it is possible for you to version your files in Amazon S3. And so to do this, you have to enable it at the bucket level. Okay, it is not a per file setting, it is a bucket level setting. Basically, that means that if you overwrite a file, you will increment its version. So when you first upload a file, it is version 1, then when you overwrite it, it is version 2, then version 3, etc. And your Amazon S3 bucket will keep all the versions in mind. It is best practice, to be honest, you version your buckets. Why? Well, because you can protect yourself against unintended deletes. Basically, you're able to restore a previous version, and you can easily roll back to a previous version in case there was any problem. So this is quite best practice to version your buckets. The only downside is that you use a bit more space on your Amazon S3 bucket. Finally, any file that is not versioned prior to enabling versioning will have the version null. And this is just something you should know in case they ask this at the exam. So let's go ahead and practice this in the hands-on. So I'm in my S3 bucket, and I will go to Properties, click on Versioning, and as you can see, I can enable versioning. Then I click on Save, and it says Enabled. Then I go back to Overview, and now you should be seeing a Versions Hide and Show type of toggle right here. So I'll click on Show, and if you don't see this, refresh the page, go back to your properties and refresh this. Sometimes it takes a bit of time to enable versioning. So you go to Overview and you show the versions. And the first thing we see is that the coffee.jpg file that was uploaded before we enabled versioning has a version ID null. So we just saw this in the lecture. Now, if I upload a file, add a file, and make this file my beach.jpg, upload it, as you can see, my first beach is here and has a version ID like this. So I did an oversimplification when I say version 1, 2, and 3, but you get the idea that basically your file gets a new version every time. So if I go ahead and re-upload the very same file, so I'll add a file and re-upload that beach, basically you can see that now the new version has a new version ID and it overridden the version from before. So you can look at the timestamps and see that this one was created at 39:59 p.m. and this one is 35:40 p.m. Okay, so you see different versions. So you can go ahead and upload as many versions as you want. So we can re-upload the beach. I'll go ahead and re-upload the beach, and I'll also go ahead and upload a coffee.jpg to see how things work. And as you can see now, even the coffee gets a version ID. So basically, as we have versioning, now every object version gets kept into the bucket. If we hide the version, we only see the latest version in our UI, but if we show the version, we can see all the version IDs. The other thing that's super interesting is that if I delete my file, so let's go ahead and right click and delete my file, and I say, yes, I want to delete it. It looks like it's gone if I hide the versions, but if I show the versions, you can see that the only thing that happened is that there was a delete marker on that file. And so basically, I'm able to restore it if I wanted to. So here is the downloaded file, and I could restore it if I wanted to. But the idea is that now that you have versioning, when you delete a file, it just puts a delete marker on it and just creates a new version of that file for you. So that's it for versioning. It's all you need to know. Just remember, you create new versions every time you upload a file. When you delete a file, it's just not really deleted. It has a delete marker on it. And when you enable versioning, any file that wasn't version before has the null version. So I hope that was helpful, hope that helps, and I will see you in the next lecture.